Welcome to sunny Florida. We're here in Fort Lauderdale, as you can see, enjoying a lot of the perks of civilization. One of those perks is that we're able to get water really easily right now. We can go get it at a marina, we can get it when we get fuel, we can haul it in jugs, lots of options. But Fort Lauderdale is going to be the last big hub of civilization before we say goodbye and head out to the islands. Which is why today we're installing a water maker right here under our bed. Let's get started.
Good?
Doesn't it look like a taco? The old man's gonna try it.
What you got, dude?
He's gonna go under it.
Go through it? Good boy! Hey, we got a vacuum. Pointing a dangerous weapon at me here. While Jade was busy this week editing, I spent some time figuring out where things are gonna go because there's a mountain here that I needed to epoxy in.
We used leftover things that we already had around the boat for this just because we had them and it was better than getting rid of it, obviously. But this is an old wine rack that was in one of the shelves. There was one of those in every single one of the cabinets in our boat, and we don't need that much wine storage. And also, it was such a waste of space. Like, you can fit bottles a lot closer. I don't know what Beneteau was thinking.
There's a battery that lives up here and it goes for the bow thruster, which is this tube right here, and this is the bow thruster motor. That's the battery box, and that's where it used to live. But I'm going to move it down to here. We're going to put the water maker pump there, the battery there, run the tubings, wiring, and all that. There's also some filters in here. There'll be some pre-filters that go right here and here, and then the membranes are on this side of this little bed support. And this is the freshwater tank that we're gonna fill.
And since Brett already finished all the gooey, icky legwork, we gotta start right away, jump right in with mounting the pump, which he is grabbing right now. At least 5,000 pounds.
The system that we went for is a pretty universal system. So all the different pieces to it are off-the-shelf parts. So theoretically, should something break, when something breaks anywhere in the world, we should be able to get pieces for it.
It wasn't the most expensive system, but it's supposedly one of the most repairable. And we have a friend that has it and they've liked theirs so far, so but we'll report back.
Yes.
It's called a
Seawater Pro.
And they're based here in Florida. We actually were able to go talk to them and see all the products in person, like all the pieces before we purchased it, which was really nice.
Let's set this where we want it on the mount, mark it with a Sharpie, drill the holes, and then we can set this in there. We still need to get into here to wire it, so I don't want to hard mount it yet. Nice. It was really pretty much impossible to get a Sharpie in there behind it on the back corners to mark where the holes need to go. So we set it down on a piece of paper, trace the holes on there, and then we'll use that basically as a template onto the wood, drill the holes, then we can mount it. We got all of the holes drilled, and we're gonna see if this actually lines up with our template.
That's a start.
There's one.
We forgot that to bolt it in, we need bolts. These ones?
Yep. And this one.
Can't forget that guy. Wrong bolts.
Apparently.
They're like 4 sizes too big. Which means that the bolts we do want are gonna be under the couch, under the blankets, under pillows, and the cushion, and boat life.
We're in a safe spot.
It's impossible to get things quickly. I guess that's kind of the whole lifestyle, right? How great this organization is, though. Very proud. Because whenever we need a spare part, we usually need it very quickly. And they're waterproof. They got a seal. So do these ones. This is Husky brand. This is DeWalt. We got them at Home Depot and Lowe's. They're great for keeping things from rusting on a boat. Would recommend.
I did buy those for this, but I bought them because that's pretty much all they had at the store because supplies are impossible to get. So I had to go one size bigger than I was planning on using.
So do we need to drill out the hole?
So I think we'll need to drill out the holes to this size.
We can drill these holes larger. The problem is that we cannot flip this pump upside down, and we'll have to flip it upside down in order to do it. So we're gonna have to detach the pump, then we can drill the holes, then we can install it. Because this is a really quick project. Good news and bad news. The good news is that it totally worked drilling the holes through it. I found the correct wrenches to fit for later when we install it. The bad news is that we may have sacrificed the drill bit. Where's the other end? Which means that we're gonna go see if we can borrow a drill bit. And we saw our friends putting on their decal this morning, so we were planning to pay them a visit anyway. And now we'll just pay a visit and steal some tools. Cool, cool.
We might borrow them.
If we can get it back in one piece. We had a lot of rain last night. A lot of rain. Our hatches were open. We found out because we got all wet. But so did the dinghy. Brett's just pumping out the rest of the water right now. The nice thing about the Highfield is it has like a little bilge section, so it's not so bad when it gets water. But there was so much rain last night that it actually overfilled the bilge section.
Hey, question for you, Raff. Any chance you have a step drill bit? Or even drill bits? Yeah,
I do.
I borrow
Plenty of them. Yeah. You could basically build a house with the tools in my book. So.
That's what I'm going for, yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on, this is Raff and Sascha's boat from Spirit Animal. They bought a broken boat as well, and they're rebuilding it.
We haven't seen it yet. Same grid problems.
Yeah, I like it.
This one.
It's not bad.
15.
I think it's 16.
Wow.
I can't trust it because it said my draft was 6'4" when I bought it, and I found out it's 7 foot.
You
Was that before or after you got the water out?
Yeah, after actually. So it was probably drafting 8 foot when it was filled up with water. And what size did you need?
Yeah. Excuse me, sir.
Step bit, 1/2 inch. Quick question before you leave. I got these new batteries. Oh boy.
Since we're already out, we're gonna go ahead and run and grab a bunch of packages. We have like a huge shipment that just showed up at the UPS drop-off point, which is pretty close. So we'll show you guys some Fort Lauderdale on the way. But we don't want to take the big camera because we've got a lot of things to carry. So we're gonna use our new little camera. Let's show it to them, it's actually really rad. I'll go in front of the mirror so you can see both at the same time. Our friend Jeff got this for us. He like saw a commercial and thought it was really cool. Okay. It's tiny and it can just like clip onto our shirts. So we're gonna give it a go and try it out this time. The next clip you'll see will be from this and we'll see how it is. It's our first time using it.
Let us know.
Thanks, Jeff. Unbox them, they're in the bags. Let's show you what we got. This is a macro lens, which means that it can get really close-up shots. I think it's gonna be awesome. I'm excited to try it. Let's try it right now. Look at that. Wow, that focuses fast.
What?
Good?
Yeah. Moment of truth.
Moment of truth. Number 5.
Lots of moments. Bolts. Mount this one too. Look at that. Mounty.
This is the filter. And that goes there.
We just need screws. These are screwed into this piece of wood right here. So, Should be an easy one.
Look at that.
It's just the right size.
Do you want it for this project?
I do. This way. It shrinks like that. It needs 3.
It's an odd number.
It is.
Right, just squeeze it off. And I'm gonna hold or I'm gonna drill. And there's 3.
There's 3.
Ideal conditions, these membranes right here, they're what's mounted on this side, are rated for about 20 gallons an hour each, so 40 total. We got 2 of them so we could do a lot of water quickly. One of them is mounted already, but we need to mount this guy. And on their tutorial video, they actually just recommend zip tying them together and letting it just have one mounting point. So we're gonna try it that way. Seems pretty easy and we'll save a hole in the wall. If it works, it works. Alright, and that is now unmounted.
I've started with some of the plumbing. This hose goes from the high pressure pump to, I guess from the filters to the high pressure pump. I took a razor blade and cut this very clean because my understanding with these kind, I think they're technically called like a shark bite, is that if it doesn't have a really, really clean straight edge, it may leak. So nice and straight, clean, no burrs, we'll get a shot. We finally figured out the orientation of how we need to have all these elbows coming out. The next step is to get these installed. These connect the 2, but we need the Teflon tape. And I put it in a very good place so that it wouldn't get lost. And now I can't remember where that important place is. It's very safe.
This room is a whole lot of things to install before we go to the Bahamas. As you can tell, our list is a little bit long. We got wash machine, we got some solar panels, we're not going to install any dog food. Maybe like the tape?
No tape.
Another place it might be is in here.
Going in?
I'm going in.
Okay, remember it's a top.
I'm a hot dog.
We could move the bed, you know.
I'm really going to be eating my giant butt.
I looked in that box so many times because that's where it should have been. That's where I had put it. That was a safe space, but then it wasn't there.
This is a safe space.
I can tell with all the cushions. Turn the light off, please. Get her, Penny. Attack. Okay, update. We have some of the hoses running. We assembled the membranes and all the fittings, Tefloned them all, connected them. Now we're going to mount it and run the high pressure hose from the pump to the membrane. The membranes are the reverse osmosis part where the water gets shoved at like 800 psi through the membrane, then the salt stays on one side of the membrane and fresh water comes out the other side. Every time it comes time to drill a hole or glue something or mount something that's going to be permanent, I always get really hesitant and take a long time to do it. But it is time to drill a hole through this little mini bulkhead so that the high pressure hose can go from here through there and to the pump.
Look at how he's filming, guys.
I don't want to take it off the tripod.
Efficiency.
Exactly. Put your drink in there.
Dr. Priestley's Fizzy Water. It's our friend's company and he gave us a couple packs of it the other day when we saw him and they're delicious.
Just sparkling water.
I know, it's just water, but it tastes good. He's hit checker. Okay. Anyway, you know what I think?
Nope.
You're really dirty.
Sorry.
What happened?
What do you mean? Where am I dirty? Oh.
Everywhere.
Just moving that battery around. I tried it from my side going this way and it didn't work very well. So now we're having Gia try to go over that side. Ow! Don't do that again. Yeah. Okay, push gently. Woo. Good. This white hose is the actual product freshwater hose. So this is the one that will come through the flow meter. We'll see how much it's making. Then we'll tee off from there and we'll test it. And if it tests good, then we'll turn it and it'll go to the tank.
Okay, watch this. This is really cool, you guys. Right? I just put it in really easy, right? But now it can't come out.
It's so cool. Actually, it's pretty cool. This panel is the control panel, and it is going to go eventually right here. But we need that extra foot, so I'm going to put it down one step right here. Should I play the trumpet?
Wait, you actually made notes just now.
Yeah, I dripped on. Probably from the trumpet.
Ew.
It's raining. Close that hatch.
These hoses are going to work. They run from here to there. The next hose we need to figure out is the one that connects to the through hole, which will get the water from the ocean that we can then turn into fresh water. But we don't have the right parts, so we're going to go to Home Depot, but we've got to really hurry because they close in less than an hour. And we have to go tonight because tomorrow we got to stay on the boat since it's going to be storming.
I love Home Depot.
We were just talking about how we're back in our element. Home Depot, 5
Ready to
minutes
close.
before close. Like, this is our place. This is who we are at heart.
Not all Uber drivers are the same. This guy was really cool.
He was great.
All right, and we're back, and we're going to run back to the boat and see if the fittings that we acquired will work. I'm doubtful. The sound of water, it's like you can hear the water flowing on the wall.
Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's totally free and helps us out a ton. And join us next time when we get a lot more water than we asked for.
Our water maker doesn't work, so this is great. 2, 3. This is so exciting. We just made water.
You did? With your new water maker?
We did.
I'll let you try it first.
Yeah,
Happy
exactly. Yeah.
honors. Why, thank you.
Does it taste normal?
Hey, you guys didn't try it yet?
Because now there's a blue light on. Are you recording me?